When I was thinking this is probably really Wiz Khalifa, like this might really be going on, I told everybody, KJ, Vincent, Karina, uh, Jarrell, going great. Honestly, this is the easiest exercise I have ever done. It is my mom, my sister, smooth and relaxing, and I feel like my legs feel great. My dad. I feel the blood circulating in my legs, and there's this. I didn't reach out to anybody that I suggested to Wiz Khalifa. So anyone that was contacted or met him via uh, who I recommended, that's not me. That's y'all. So I have no proof. No one's confirming or denying. They're like, Shantia, you're on some shit. I'm like, listen, this is a good opportunity. My goal, and let's break down the entire elevator pitch that I gave him, because I think that's what people are like, what's the goal? The original goal was, at the time, I didn't know all this shit about my family. I had just started finding out my sister still had some like ill feelings for me. We just started talking and stuff. But like the goal has always been for my nuclear family to be taken care of. So we had talked for years, even without KJ and her family. Oh, and I told Sheree. That's what I told. Even without like all the influence of, oh, this is a good idea, that's a good idea, oh, culture, oh, this and that. My original plan was, my grandmother has always had a garden, always had fresh vegetables, always had somebody from Alabama to send her dirt so that she could keep her nutrition rich, because the dirt is just different there. And I just was like, that, when it comes down to the best way to survive this life, I don't got a lot of outlets of success. I thought I was going to go to college. And then I find out my dad was not about to help me pay for college. Why am I over here spending the last 7th grade to 12th grade preparing for college when money is the bottom line? Not trusting this network of support is the bottom line. And it fucked me. It fucked me up, because that's the only access I will ever have to getting to the places, especially in the time frame when I was going to school. This is the only access I'll have to any type of tier system, because doctors, lawyers, what do you call them? So, there's another profession that you have to go to school for. You can't just do anything else. And that's why I think it's funny that people like, oh, she never got her certifications, she never got her degree. I have the knowledge equivalent of a general ed college degree. I have the special classes equivalency to 2 semesters, depending on which school I go to, 1 or 2 semesters from having 2 degrees. I never applied for my degree because I lost my mind about not getting 2 in 1. I was pissed because that was the goal. Have 2 degrees from this community college and then be able to move on from there. Things don't work out how you want them to. You have to change your perspective. You have to change your thought process. Thank God to my friend Rafa for being like, you're tripping. What life is over because the thing that you thought was going to happen isn't happening. What is the problem? And I was offended at first. Like, my emotions are valid. I am fucked up because my last 5 years wasted. No, it's not. Look at me right now. Everybody's questioning my knowledge, but it ain't been wrong. So going back, I'm over here like my grandma is a entire gardener, entirely dirt, boots to the ground gardener. Why wouldn't I invest in myself in things that it actually gives me pleasure and enjoyment to be in nature? I'm not over here praying to no trees. I'm not over here whispering to the wind. I'm literally allowing myself to be immersed. All right. Okay, but they're both yours, so you eat them, okay? Okay. That's the only candy right now, so eat it up. So I'm like, dang, life sucks right now. And the thing was, like I said about the fat phobia stuff, the expectation for excellence is sometimes so impossible. That's why I watch true crime. That one girl killed her parents, or Asian girl killed her parents because they expected too much out of her. Supposedly, that's why she had to lie to them for like from high school to pharmacy tech. Lied about her doing any of that stuff. No money coming in, fake degrees, fake certifications, because she didn't even graduate high school. I was like, dang, that is extreme. But I don't know that life to be like, my parents' expectations of me are so high that if I don't do this, I'm under lock and key. But guess what? Actually, I can relate to that. What do you mean these are my limited options at 18 years old of how to exist? Not that I'm told directly, but that I'm insinuated throughout my life that you gotta shut it down, calm it down, be over here, be secured, because the life is gonna kill you if you're not secured. I was like, damn. So fast forward to this farm thing. This is my next, okay, no. The next best thing to going to the university was going to community college. The reason I went to community college was because of the location. Not community college period, but that particular community college. I already went to El Camino and I was living in Compton. So when I went to Fullerton, I was immersed in sports medicine. Like the entire school is a sports school. So being able to get the perspective of this is a privileged area. These are people not from this area that are coming in and being treated with all of these extra accommodations because they're athletes and they're bringing money to this city. And then 3, there's a lot of sexual attention in sports and physical activities. So I had to kind of hone that in. And for me, I'm like, I got a lot of little cousins. I got a cousin my same age that's a professional basketball player. I got little cousins that are going to college for sports. The best thing that would Shantia, I'm not finance, I'm not athletic. I can do the therapy. That makes sense to me. My mom growing up disabled, back fucked up, mind not good, system out of whack. Therapy. So it just kind of came together. So fast forwarding to the opportunity once I've lost my mind, trying to figure out my life again. What am I supposed to do if it's not this? I have cousins that are witches coming to me trying to tell me that the visions and back up because I'm not talking to you. Go eat your candy. No, I'm serious. Go. The dreams that I had were being used against me, being told that I was God told me to tell you type energy. And it threw me because you're not saying that you're lying. You're just lying in a way that I've never heard before. So I'm over here like, what? No, you're literally investing in me believing something that's not true. So it lost my mind. Yeah, definitely. Went back home. My dad's like, you got to get it together. You're not staying here. You're not going to school while you're staying here. You got to go get your shit and get out. Respect because that's your house and that's how you feel. And you're also helping me not be homeless right now. But at the end of the day, I'm confused. Since 7th grade, I thought I was supposed to go to college. Now all of a sudden it's like bump that next thing. Wasn't prepared. So what am I doing next? I got a job. I'm working. I'm paying my bills. I've been in this consistency thing before. I've had a credit card that I only recently, because I didn't use it enough, it was a student credit card, got it out. So things were just like, okay, I'm discovering how to be an adult in adult society as I go. Nobody has a consistent viewpoint of this because everybody ain't talking to me every day. My mom is probably the most consistent person I've talked to. And everybody thinks she's crazy. So no one cares. No one believes. No one trusts. Anyway, I'm thinking the best thing I can do in my position, in my family, in this life, I can't sit there and be a man. I can't sit there and be a child again. But I can contribute to the things I know best. And that's where the joy of physical therapy, the joy of therapy gave me purpose. I said, I'm a healer. Oh, wow. So when it came to this concept of what is your plan? weed is really healing. In the right circumstances, it does so much more than get you high. It does so much more than get you loopy and quote unquote loopy and hungry and silly and all those things. It does more than that. It does so much more, especially when there's damage in you. You don't know that it's helping until you try it. So there is for me, there is a large connection to weed. I felt guilty about it. I felt like I was bringing people down with it. I felt like, anyway, my farm had nothing to do with weed. Weed was a side thing. If I had weed in any of my plans, it was to give it out for free. Let me be very clear. It was about food. It was about drinks. It was about community. It was about connection. That's what it was. If we invest in land, if we build our own production on our land, if we sell the products to the general public, it ain't gotta be no niche thing. If you like it, the ones that have an ear to hear, let them hear. Come. Then, no matter how much time, no matter the pace of the business, no matter what we want versus what's going on, that is our signal of we're doing the right thing. Not because it's successful, but because the success is because people believe in it. So when you have food that is loved on, taken care of, small production, people will gladly interact with that. It only builds, it only grows. So if I'm going from plot of land, property / production on the land, maybe a food truck, maybe a delivery truck, some type of transportation where I can connect directly to customers. Because at the end of the day, Mason property, what do they call it, Stone and Cobb or whatever, cornerstones, they are a huge investment. And there's no guarantee that people give a fuck just because you are in that building. I don't know how many times I've seen stores. There's two ways. They go out of business immediately, like a mall or something, where the store is constantly getting a new business in that particular thing. Or they have so much money somewhere else that this store don't really have to bring money in. So it's not the market I'm looking for anyway. So connecting directly with the customer, whether that be food truck, whether that be delivery, whether that be community events, whether it be consistent schedules, whatever it is, connecting, building that capital through community, building the capital through quality, building the capital through consistency. You eventually get to a place where maybe a brick and mortar, that's what I was trying to say, brick and mortar is the actual next step. But that would only make sense if what the next thing you're doing is bigger than the last thing. So if I'm having a food truck where I'm giving quality food, I'm giving a creative, stimulating experiences that are nutritionally sound for your body and not deceptive, not destructive, not taking away from your day, the next phase is healing. Doing that plus a brick and mortar, what that would do would create a space where people could conjugate in a safe manner. And it has nothing to do with group specifics, particulars. It has to do with they came because they needed it. Church. And the weed is free. Come. Get some good food. Yeah, you have to pay for the food because that's what is driving all of this. We all need to eat. But what you can do is come in here and relax. Come in here and really process. Whether that be being on a video game. I had a vision for half of the lounge being video games and silent movie theaters where you can see the movie and you wear your headphones if you want to, if you prefer to do that. And I'm telling y'all too much because you're going to take it and steal it. But now I'm saying it so you can't say that you didn't hear it from me. You can have a bar that is set up to do drinks, do all this stuff, but it can also do teas. It can also do herbal infusions. It doesn't just have to be coffee. It doesn't just have to be wine. It doesn't have to just be alcohol. It doesn't just have to be fruity mocktails. It literally can be what's necessary. What inspired me to even think like this was when people were infusing ice cubes. Why not make ice cubes that go with your drink instead of things that water your drink down? That makes sense, doesn't it? Maybe just to me. You know what I was thinking too? Lasagna cups. Because we all love lasagna, but in a cup, bite size, 6 to 8 of those hoes, like some wings, but it's lasagna cups. I was like, hell yeah. Because I love lasagna. I'm Garfield. So this is how I'm thinking.